So AI at 50, what is AI at 50? Today in the studios joining us to talk about it is Davina Isaac, the project coordinator, as well as Adeline Chu, the communications officer. Thank you so much for making it to the show. Good morning.
Ladies.
Good morning. Thank you for having us here.
All right, so tell us
pleasure.
about AI at 50. What exactly is it?
Well, basically, Amnesty International, not the Malaysian section, but the international, because it's part of a global movement. So basically, we are turning 50 this year, half a century. And it's a big milestone. I mean, because, if you put it in terms of human age, that's when, that's when the middle life crisis comes in. And, where do you go next with your life? So in a way, that's it's sort of like a turning point for AI as well. We're reiterating our commitment to human rights, but it's also where are we going next with it.
Okay.
Well, how has Amnesty International been, progressing here over the years here in Malaysia?
In Malaysia.
Yeah.
In Malaysia. Would you like to take this?
Yeah.
It's actually still in the developing stages, and we have seen quite a few changes. Hopefully we would see more. But Amnesty Malaysia has been here for 10 years.
Right.
Yeah, for 10 years. So all we're doing now is more talking to young youth about human rights, because we believe that it starts from being a youth. The changes, and to talk, it's easier to talk to people about a certain issue, to have a discussion. So it is changing in that direction. It's going towards more youths, I would say.
Okay, so the celebration is at international level as well as in Malaysia. So how are we celebrating in Malaysia the anniversary of AI?
Oh yeah, so it's very exciting. We're very excited about it because we're actually having 50 youth ambassadors. We had applications put out earlier. People could apply in to be the youth ambassadors, and so then we selected 50. And this Wednesday we'll be starting training. We're going to have like a human rights camp. And it's going to last till Saturday, then we'll launch them. And basically what the youth ambassadors will be doing is they will be campaigning for 6 months. We're taking them on a road trip campaign. We'll be going to 5 states, which including KL and Selangor. We'll be also going to Johor, Penang and Pahang. And it's basically like taking human rights beyond this whole urban perception, and we want to go to the rural folk, engage with the youth there, and who better to engage with youth than youth.
Okay, so they have been selected 50 youth ambassadors. What were the criteria for choosing these people?
Basically, they should be from 18 to 30. That's the international youth age.
Oh, okay.
And someone who's dynamic, energetic, can give us more, fun things to do, talking about human rights as a whole. Because as we all know, it's a very serious topic, but having youths will be able to interact more, in a much larger, happier scale, hopefully.
Right. And what can the ambassadors expect once they join this project?
What's in store for them?
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because, we don't only want to benefit from, use them. It's also, we're going to help them with leadership and all, because the whole idea of this project is to give autonomy to the youths. So, we're not going to go there and tell them, like, we've set all this out, you do this. It's basically, what do you want to do? And the office will help you to accomplish what you want to do. So it's also creating leaders for tomorrow.
Okay.
And they'll be going under this human rights education and creative activism training camp.
Yes.
Wow. Different from national service, huh?
Yeah, very different. No physical stuff.
Right, no physical stuff. It's all from the mind.
So after they've been selected, they have to go. Do they have to go undergo any training?
It's the camp that we'll be having. So it's basically we're giving them because we selected people who already have basic background in human rights, who have been introduced to it.
What sort of backgrounds?
Basically just that they are aware of human rights and the
very
situation.
passionate about it.
Yeah. So it's not like people who are completely new to to it and they never heard of it or anything.
And you mentioned youth ambassadors. How old are they? How young are they?
We still count as
Yeah.
youth, right?
Yes.
Under 30, under 40?
18 till 30, that's the international standard.
Yeah, okay.
Missed it by this much.
Okay, so what about the celebrations? I hear there's an event to commemorate this?
Yes, it will be this Saturday, 28th of May at Central Market and the Annex Gallery, which is on the second floor. And so basically it's going to be sort of it's a little like human rights festival. We've got performers coming in as well, and it's interesting because we didn't stick with one theme of like, you know, a rock concert or acoustic setup. We've got like a whole mix. Yeah, we've got a theatre group who will be doing a short skit. We've got Zahiril Adzim, who's also our first youth ambassador. He wasn't part of this 50th ambassador project. He was under the Demand Dignity campaign last year. And we've got he will be reciting poetry. We've got Farid Ayam. We've also got singers Aaron from Kaipi Fruta. He's from an a cappella group.
Aaron Teo, right?
Yeah, and we've got Flocks, who are like a more psychedelic indie rock band.
And you also have a short skit by this Rumah Anak Theatre.
Yeah.
Wow, where do they hail from?
They're basically like a local group of local theatre group, and who are very passionate people. So their whole idea is basically theatre to spread a message. So they helped us out last year as well when we had our play on the death penalty.
Okay, so Davina, tell us more about the event itself. How can we participate, the public, who are not youth ambassadors?
Yeah, basically the event is for the public. We would like them to come, find out a bit more about, you know, Amnesty in Malaysia. Of course, mingle with the, you know, with the performers. Enjoy your day. Come out and just learn a bit more about what Amnesty is all about. This word called human rights.
Okay, so about Amnesty International, what Amnesty stands for. Maybe you'd like to take this opportunity to explain a little bit for the public what they can expect from Amnesty International.
And also, what is Amnesty International all about?
Amnesty International is all about, it started off as a writing urgent action campaign, whereby, you know, there was this lawyer whose name was Peter Ben Anson, and he was outraged by an act from you know, a particular group of students where they just stood up to toast to freedom. And that's when he got thinking, how can people just act that way? So therefore he went back to wherever he came from, London, and he started a little group called the Urgent Actions Group. Amnesty International started from there, writing letters to save someone's life. So it's prisoners of conscience, you know, people who are captured, who's just talking about the rights, who are imprisoned for it, which is truly wrong. It's not a criminal act, but we go on.
Well, 50 years on,
this is still surviving, and it's
and it's growing in Malaysia.
It's growing slowly, but I can say steadily.
Well, come this Saturday to this Annex Gallery in Central Market, right?
Yes.
Is the whole day? What time does it start?
Starts at 3 p.m. till 6 p.m.
Okay. What about the activities throughout the day? Which activities first? Because if some people can't make it early on?
Okay.
Is it just going to be performances, or is there anything else?
Basically, it's mostly performances because it's to celebrate and it's basically like a sharing.
Right, and also to create awareness and celebrate the 50th anniversary.
And also to launch our ambassadors, like you know, to announce them publicly and all that. So it's basically there's basically a lineup of performers because it's only about 3 hours, and we'll also be showing clips of prisoners of conscience. We even like the Malaysian prisoner of conscience, which was Irene Fernandez. She was declared prisoner of conscience by Amnesty International. So we also managed to get a few words from her. So we'll be screening that as well.
I'm excited with the 50 young ambassadors, because you have a network of young leaders.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
going forward.
is this unique to Malaysia, or is it happening on an international level?
Yeah.
The 50 youth ambassadors.
The ambassador project itself is unique to Malaysia, but all over the world, everyone will be celebrating AI at 50 on the 28th of May. But each section, the different countries have their own programs and stuff.
Okay, so you came up with this. How did you come up with this idea, basically, Davina?
Basically, because we have a big youth network as a whole, and we were just sitting down and talking about different issues, and we just thought to ourselves, well, it'd be a good idea to train 50 more youths,
Yeah.
you
why
know,
not?
to come out and be this public awareness ambassador to talk about different issues. So that's
So-
how we thought about it, basically.
Okay.
So where to from here after this AI 50 and Central Market, and what's going to happen to the youth, the ambassadors?
They'll go on a road trip,
Right.
like Chris just explained. Then they will go and visit other youths
Right.
and check out their background,
Right.
interact with them, and
Locally or
also-
internationally?
locally.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll starting local because
Okay.
it's Malaysia. We like to get to know Pahang, people from Penang,
Right.
you know, from Johor.
Yep.
So that's
Build a
where we'll
huge
be.
network there.
Yes. So
Yeah.
we'll
Okay.
be going on a road trip starting from June.
Cool.
So the future plans for Amnesty International Malaysia. The future plans.
Well, I mean, our long-term plans are basically, I mean, because it goes back to the Amnesty vision, which is basically to have a global society where everyone gets to enjoy internationally recognized human rights, and at the moment that's unprotected by the, I mean, it's stated within the UDHR, and so that is the vision. But in terms of Malaysia, because we're a very small section, so we've tried to focus our work more, and so our 3 main campaigns for the next 5 years
Right.
would be refugee and migrants, the abolition of death penalty, and police accountability, basically.
Right. Well, come and join in this festivities, 50th birthday bash at the NX Gallery in Central Market on 28th of May, this Saturday, 3 to 6 p.m. and you'll get to see a lot of performances, as well as get to know all about Amnesty International Malaysia. Performances by Aaron Tew, Youth Ambassador Zahiril Azim, Ayam Farid, as well as theatre by Rumah Anak Theatre, as well as psychedelic strains of flocks.
Right, combining arts and human rights. And if you want to know more about Amnesty International, this is your chance to find out. Thank you so much, Adeline and Davina. Thank you
you.
for
For having
sharing
us.
with us.
Right.